This episode of the Opie Radio podcast sponsored by hempbombs.com for all your CBD needs, including the CBD melatonin sleep aid, my friends. 30% off if you use the promo code Opie Radio at hempbombs.com.
As we wrap up this year and head into the next, we invite you to give a big fuck you to 2020.
But not just any fuck you, a fuck you for a cause. Let's start with a giant fuck you COVID-19.
Fuck you for taking my job. Sorry, furloughing my job.
Furloughing? Fuck you.
Fuck you for closing his school.
Yeah, fuck you.
Fuck you for canceling our wedding.
Fuck you to the toilet paper hoarders.
Fuck you to all the people in 2020 who said all lives matter.
All lives will fucking matter when black lives fucking matter.
Fuck you, Derek Chauvin.
And a double fuck you to the killers of Breonna Taylor.
Arrest those fuckers.
Speaking of murderers, fuck you, murder hornets.
Murder what?
Murder hornets.
That's a thing?
I've had it with these motherfucking Zoom calls on this motherfucking computer.
Fuck you, New Zealand. You think you're better than us? Well, you are, but fuck you anyway.
I don't care who you voted for. Fuck this guy.
Fuck you, Karen.
Fuck you, Karen.
Fuck you, Karen.
2020.
Fuck you.
Fuck you for taking RBG.
And Kobe. And John Lewis.
Fuck you for taking my grandmother. 2020?
Fuck you!
Well, look who's live, Rachel says. What's up, Tim McConnell? Brian Bernard, how are you guys, man? It's been a minute. Darren Albertson, hope everyone had a very, very good Christmas. Sun's going down here at the ocean. I hope the wind's not getting in the way. I don't know if it is. I'm tucked in upstairs here, trying to get a shot of the sun going down over the ocean the day after Christmas. My goodness. What's up, Bob Christie? Merry Christmas to you. Merry Christmas, Stephen Lowry. Ursula Moore said, oh, my God, I missed you guys. It's been too long. Bill Augerman, how are you? And Larry Bushwalter and Tristan Munson. Oh, my goodness. Rob Harvey, am I just going to say hi to everybody? Jen Ferris, 364 days before Christmas. This is my favorite. This could be my favorite day. A couple days after Christmas, because now we could just relax all the way to New Year's. We don't have to run around with our heads chopped off. It's over. It's over. And I couldn't be happier. My kids had a wonderful, wonderful Christmas. So thanks for asking. What's up, Brian Bernard? How are you, buddy? Lots happened since the last time I talked to you guys on the live stream and on the Opie Radio podcast. Remember, we had those really bad storms that came through. A lot of people got a lot of snow. Blizzard conditions for us out here at the ocean. It was a massive, massive ice storm. And, well, there's no other way to say it, but life threw us a curveball here at the ocean. Someone I am very, very close to left the house to do some last-minute Christmas shopping and fell on the stairs, the icy stairs, and they broke their shoulder in two places a week before Christmas. And I'm not going to lie to you, man. It put me in a tizzy. It put our family in a tizzy. And we had to regroup and get together and get through this as a family. The story goes, it was really bad out here. I mean, the ice was really, really bad to the point I couldn't really clear the 500 stars for someone breaking their shoulder in two places. Well, I'm going to need some money for the co-pays. Yeah, oh my. I tell you guys all the stuff, the good, the bad, and the ugly, I guess. But I was really nervous about these stairs, and we have about 5 or 6 that go down to our little dirt driveway where the car is. And I realized there's no way we could use those stairs. So then there's 2 stairs that head toward the ocean. So you go up those 2 stairs, you go up towards the dune, and then you could go down this little hill and eventually get to our little dirt driveway. So I told this person, I'm like, you know what, I don't trust those stairs going directly down the driveway. So take the 2 stairs up, go to the end of the walkway, get to the top of the hill at the dune, and then even though it's kind of icy and packed snow, then you could take the little hill down to the dirt driveway, get in the car, and do what you got to do. So that was the plan. I did not see her on the walkway, so I popped my head out and I said, "Hey, are you all right?" I didn't hear anything. And I said, "Hey, are you all right?" If she answered, I would have said, "You know what? Don't move. I'm going to go and help you up those 2 stairs." Next thing I know, I hear a horrendous noise, obviously a slip and a crunch. And I went, no, because at this point I didn't know if it was her head, her neck. I had no idea, but I knew it was really, really bad. And then I'm hearing a noise that I never, ever, ever want to hear again from anyone that I love. I got there, and she's laying there in a lot of pain. I was able to get her in the house because the wind was howling and it was really, really cold out. Got her on the stairs, and she just kept saying, "I need to go to the doctor, I need to go to the doctor." And she's crying in a way that it just absolutely broke my heart. And she was in a lot of pain. And I'm like, fuck. Now, we're way out here on Long Island. I don't know where to go when there's an emergency. So I had to get her back up those 2 stairs because it was impossible to clear the ice. It was really hard packed, really thick ice. Got her up the 2 stairs, got her to the end of the walkway, got her to the top of the hill on the dune, and we slip-slided all the way down the hill, even though she had a broken shoulder in 2 places. We didn't know that yet. Got her to the car. She's already turning white. She's in shock. Looks like she's going to pass out. And I'm like, holy shit. So I remember over the summer, my son had a little thing. So we took him to this place. I thought it was an urgent care. So I took her there. It was about a 10, 15-minute drive. I walk in, and the ladies behind the counter are like, "Do you have an appointment? Do you have an appointment?" I'm like, "We don't have an appointment. This is emergency. Look at her." And well, I'll say it, my wife. I was trying to keep it a little private, but it's pretty obvious who it happened to. I go, look at my wife. She's in a lot of pain. She's flushed. She might pass out. This is an emergency, obviously. So the person goes, "Well, this is a private doctor's office, and you need an appointment." And my wife's trying to be cool, but she's in a lot of pain and she's moaning. She's not screaming or crying like that. She's way cooler than I am when it comes to this shit. And so the lady goes, "A doctor could see you at 2:30. I'm like, "You think she can wait till 2:30? Now I'm losing my mind, right? And my wife is about to pass out in their office. All of a sudden, a nurse comes running out from the back, and they're going to bring her back because the nurse sees that it's an emergency. And all of a sudden, this bitch of a lady, she runs out from her spot and goes, "They don't have an appointment. They don't have an appointment." And the nurse is like, "But look at her. She needs help right now. But she doesn't have an appointment." I'm like, "Oh, my God, will you just tell me where I could go?" So then they gave me directions to a real urgent care. That was another, 15, 20 minutes away. So we get there. I'm begging my wife to hang in there because she really looks like she's going to pass out at any moment. The pain is excruciating. We get to this urgent care. It's a glass building. So you can look in the glass doors. This whole building was glass on 4 sides, and on the far side was a little desk with 2 little computers and 2 older ladies sitting there, right? And I go bursting through the door, and the desk is about 20 feet away. They go, no, you got to call the number. You got to call the number. So we go back out. There's a number on the door. It says, "Call this number." So I start calling the number, and I'm in voicemail. Hell, is this an emergency? Push this. What's the problem? Blah, blah, blah. Over and over again, right? And all of a sudden, it's giving me the runaround. So I peek in the door again. I go, the phone number's giving me the runaround. And then she goes, just push 1. But you have to do it outside. So I close the door again, and I push 1. The lady behind the desk goes, hello? I go, is this you? She goes, yes. I'm like, oh, my God, can I come in now? She goes, God, yes, come in, you know. Long story short, we had to leave our 2 very little kids at the house. She got checked out at the urgent care. She got an x-ray. And they go, oh, my God, the shoulder's broken in 2 places. I'm like, yeah, no shit, Sherlock. What else would this be? So then I'm like, we're not a drug family. I got to make that perfectly clear. A few beers every once in a while, maybe a little pot, maybe. Not for my wife, for me. Maybe some wine for my wife. So not much into the drugs, to be honest with you. Maybe some Motrin every once in a while. But I'm like, she needs drugs. She's in a lot of fucking pain. So so then the lady goes, we're a no narcotics facility. So they weren't allowed to give her anything. So she's still in incredible pain. I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. You gotta call something in. And I was able to convince them to call something in for her to take some of the pain away. And then within an hour, they got us an appointment with an orthopedic. And we went there, and the guy looked at the shoulder and said, oh, yeah, man. Oh, yeah, this is pretty fucked up. It's broken in 2 places. We're going to have to get a CAT scan. Long story short, then we went back the next day to get the CAT scan. Turns out that she doesn't need surgery as of now. Thank God. The pain, what are we, 10 days in? Pain is a lot less. She's already slowly getting off the meds. And we're praying for the best that the shoulder stays in place and there's no surgery needed. I think it's like separated by like 3 millimeters, I believe. And we just gotta hopefully, wait it out for the next 4 to 6 weeks. But it was a bit problematic because I'm not gonna lie to you, my wife does all the heavy lifting for Christmas. So next thing you know, I'm running around trying to figure shit out. 10 days later, she's doing all right. So that's why I haven't been on the live stream or have done a podcast recently, because I'll be totally honest with you, as much as I love doing all this, family comes first. I'm not sure if family came first when I was a big rock and roll radio star, but it certainly comes first now. And I was like, fuck this. I gotta shut everything down and make sure she's okay and on her way to healing. So, but it's gonna be another, I don't know, 4 to 6 weeks easily, and rehab and all sorts of stuff. But we feel very, very fortunate that she doesn't need the surgery. Now, that was the first thing that happened. So I think it was the same day, I believe. My brain's a little cloudy. And a guy that I know, that I've talked about on the podcast, Carl used to love me talking about this guy. If you go way back with the Opie Radio podcast, you might remember that my daughter had a play date with a guy that doesn't really work, and he collects records, and we sat around just talking about records. Does anybody remember that episode? It's one of the early episodes of the Opie Radio podcast. So my daughter and her friend, were playing in the other room, and this guy, really dry sense of humor, but a lot of fun. Yeah, the record guy, the record collector. He had like Beatles imports and stuff, and that's what he basically does during the day. He searches out old record stores and tries to find records for his record collection, and he's a part of a Facebook group and all that. And I told the story to Carl, and Carl laughed his ass off. And it also turns out this guy wasn't allowed to watch anything heavy on TV because his wife, she's a surgeon, a doctor. She deals with women that have breast cancer, and she does a lot of surgery, so she sees a lot of death. a lot of ugliness. So when she comes home from work, they don't watch anything heavy because she just wants to just unwind. So you might remember that he told me that their favorite show is the Gilmore Girls. He goes, that's our speed because we can't really watch anything too heavy when she comes home, okay? So that guy, he died. He died a week before Christmas, right around the time that my wife broke her shoulder in two places. He leaves behind two amazing daughters, 8 and 9 years old. We're just devastated. He was a really good guy. I'm not going to oversell it. We weren't like, we saw each other a bunch because of our daughters and certainly did a bunch of play dates. But, so my daughter's friend, she wanted to talk to my daughter, and I had to hear this. So the phone rings. It's on the iPad, and it's my daughter's friend, and she goes, says my daughter's name. She goes, I'm not really telling anybody this, but you're my best friend. I just want to tell you that my daddy died. I just went, oh my God. And then I'm proud of my daughter because then they went off and they kind of played and talked for like, I don't know, an hour and a half. But it was just like, whew, that was heavy. I mean, I was bummed that I found out that the guy died, and then to hear his young daughter with such strength telling my daughter about it and saying, I'm only telling you because you're my best friend. That fucking hurt. So those two things happened a week before Christmas, and that's why I was like, fuck all this. I gotta like shut shit down for a little while. So look, man, we all go through it. Life throws us a lot of fucking curveballs, and certainly 2020 has thrown a lot of us a bunch of curveballs. But through it all, I still feel fucking blessed. And, you fuckers with the crying emojis. Jesus Christ, man. You're going to get me fucking going here. But anyway, I am here to say I still think... I don't say fuck 2020. I still think it was an amazing year. I look at the good things that happened this year. A lot of really, really good things. We got a stupid dog because of the coronavirus that we love to death. I think we became closer as a family. I believe I found a great group of people with this live stream. I'm not one of those guys that says fuck 2020. No way. Although it's this year was absolutely fucking challenging. I'll tell you that. So that's why I haven't been on this thing. But I wanted to turn it on today and just give you a fun update. Yeah, life is fleeting. Embrace your blessings. Ursula knows. So with that, let's talk about hempbombs.com. Use the promo code Opie Radio to get 30% off. You guys like your CBD? If I made you shed a tear, go to hempbombs.com. Use the promo code Opie Radio to get 30% off on your CBD. You gotta laugh, man, right? You gotta laugh through this horse shit. They got great CBD products for real. And, of course, the reason I really like hempbombs.com, and I just got 2 more bottles in the mail, along with a lot of packages the last couple of weeks. I got my melatonin CBD sleep aid, thanks to hempbombs.com. Promo code Opie Radio for 30% off. I love the CBD/melatonin sleep aid. And they got all sorts of different strengths of CBDs. And, they got even stuff for your dog. You should check them out for yourself. Hempbombs.com. Use the promo code Opie Radio to get 30% off. They also have a great rewards program. I don't have that info in front of me right now, but it's really, really good. You can save all sorts of money on products on their site. So check out their rewards program as well. I think it's just hempbombs.com/rewards, okay? But at the very least, buy some CBD. And make sure you use the promo code Opie Radio to get 30% off at hempbombs.com. Yes, 30% off, Joyce. Hell yeah, 30% off. You wish you had my optimism? I mean, what are you going to do, man? You can wallow in all the horse shit that's going on around us. Wallow, or try to find the good things. You can always find some good things. I was reminded when my wife fell and broke her shoulder in 2 places, and she was pretty much wailing in a way I've never heard in my entire life, and I've been with her, I've been with her 16 years, and she had to deal with a lot of fucking horse shit, thanks to haters and people that don't like me. They decided to attack her innocently, and they attacked my family. She's been through a lot because I'm this dumb radio guy, and when she was down and I wasn't sure how bad it was, and she's wailing and crying in such a way that I never want to hear again, I was reminded, like, oh, that's right, I love this fucking person to death. Oh, that's right. I mean, I always knew that, but some of you guys understand when you go through a little something in your life, because we're all throwing curveballs, you're absolutely reminded immediately. You're like, oh, shit, that's fucking right. I love this person just as much as the day I met her. And then I do got one other thing that's kind of fun. Speaking of tragedy, so recently on the Opie Radio podcast, I talked about Vic Henley coming to me in a dream. And that was kind of nice. And then kind of when all this was going down, to be honest with you, with the wife with the broken shoulder, running back and forth between doctor's visits and CAT scans and MRIs and X-rays and getting some more meds. Because, you know, that urgent care, that was bothered because they're a non-narcotics facility, which I kind of like. I'm not going to lie to you, because there's a lot of people out there, they get a damn knee injury or a wrist injury or a fucking shoulder injury, and next thing you know, they're addicted big fucking time. So I get it. But I didn't get it at the moment when, you know, my wife needed the meds. They gave her enough for like 2 days. Fucking. And so we had to get a little refill on that, but she's already weaning off that stuff, thank God. Oh, I forgot. So we go to the doctor's office, and there was a lifer in there. This guy was a junk tooth, and he fell again. So I guess every time it's icy and snowy, people like this go to the doctor's office, and he's like, oh, I fell again. And they knew him by his first name and everything. And he was trying to get an appointment, and they're like, well, we're kind of busy today, and you look all right. He goes, I'm not all right, though, you know, I fell again. And he goes, I need an appointment for the other facility because, you know, I think he said I got iron in my liver, so they got the special machine over there. I might be getting some of this wrong, but it was pretty obvious to me. I'm like, holy shit, this guy's looking for pain meds, and he's a regular at falling and getting himself to the doctor and getting all the tests done so he could just get that prescription filled. I'm like, this shit is for real, man. I saw it for myself. And they're just all talking about him. They knew everything about him. How's your wife? How's this? How's your job? And blah, blah, blah. And I was looking at this guy going, man, I don't see absolutely nothing fucking wrong with this guy. Benjamin Tucker says frequent flyer. Absolutely. Trying to get those meds. So while all that was going down, Carl comes to my dream. Carl appears in my dream, I should say. So I don't know the circumstances, but I was somewhere, and I believe I was waiting for Carl. It wasn't like a surprise. And Carl shows up. Carl shows up in my dream, right? We're about to go on another one of our adventures like we did when he was alive. Whether we were going to eat or drink or do a podcast, I don't know. It was obvious I was waiting for him. He appears out of nowhere. And everyone knows Carl he always wore hats because, you know, let's be honest. Carl he was pretty bald. He was dramatically bald, to be honest with you. So Carl appears in my dream. He walks up to me, and I notice that he has a full head of hair. I mean, as thick as possible, blowing in the wind. Looked natural as all fuck. No hat on. Full head of hair. He looks at me in my dream, and he goes, yo, cuz, they figured this hair thing out. And he was happy as all hell. And then I started laughing so hard in my dream that, fuck, if it didn't wake me up in the middle of the night, I woke up because I was laughing so hard because Carl appeared in my dream with a full head of hair, looks at me and goes, yo, cuz, they got this hair thing figured out. Oh, my God. Good old fucking Carl. While we were babbling, that sun went down all nice, huh? Went down all nice. I hope you guys are doing all right. I hope you guys had a nice holiday, a nice Christmas. You know what's weird? So my wife falls on the ice, breaks her shoulder in 2 places. My daughter is one of her best friends. You know, father dies right before Christmas, and I'm thinking that this Christmas is going to be a shit show. And me and my wife looked at each other last night. We went, God, if this wasn't one of our best Christmases ever. Oh, you like the tree ornament? Thank you, Chuck. I dabble in painting, and we paint clamshells for our Christmas tree every year. And I'm obsessed with painting sunsets on clamshells for my Christmas tree. Jesus. And I'll tell you right now, we are days away from me throwing that Christmas tree right in the ocean. It will be the second Christmas tree I get to throw in the ocean. And that is going to be a lot of fun. Yeah, it was a low-key Christmas. We felt bad. We couldn't go to Philly for the first time. I mean, we've been going to Philly for Christmas since I met my wife. So 15, 16 years in a row. This is the first year we missed. Kids were a little bummed. We had a family meeting, though. I don't know if they're as worried about the coronavirus because they hear us talking about it as much, or because we have the TV on. But they were a bit nervous. They didn't really want to. They wanted to go because they wanted to see everybody, but they also didn't feel comfortable either. So, is it legal to throw the tree in the ocean? The stuff that washes up on this beach, damn straight it's legal. I'll trade my Christmas tree for the next dresser that comes ashore. All right, guys. I'm going to head out. I just want to turn this on. I want to wish you guys a very Merry Christmas. I hope it was a good one for you. Even though it was definitely challenging, I got to tell you, in the end, it was one of the best ones we had as a family. And I'm pretty happy about that. And you know what? Happy New Year, bitches.
You edit this, how you get me to hate him. Wait a second. Did you dip the burger? Yeah. What the fuck are you doing? Oh, I'm dipping the burger. No, you put the ketchup on it. Thank you, Food Network. Beautiful room. Right? What are you doing? Why are you doing that high? That's... You said to put ketchup directly on the burger. That's so aggressive. It's not aggressive. Burger looks great, though. By the way, you got it the right temperature. You did everything right today. Besides, leave the lettuce on it. It always comes out wilted. Just get rid of it. They gave you the core of the red onion. Get it out. And my onion has pink eye. Get it all out. Look at the shitty tomato. That's not a tomato. Eat those on the side. Those are bread and butter pickles. They should be on the side. Oh, I could save on the carbs. No, what do you do? No. Saving on the carbs. So I am watching. Can you put the bread on top of that, dude? I can't do this. You got to put the bread back on. Stop it. I'm sorry, dude. Fucking. Dude, I want to touch your bread, bro. Real fuck. I can't. I'm just saving on the carbs. Oh, fuck. Save myself for dessert. Boo, 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 boo. Opie Radio. Boo, 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 boo. Boom, 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 boom. Boo, 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 boo. Boo, 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 boo.